Load handling and stability. Welcome to the lesson on load handling and stability. This lesson will focus on understanding the essential principles of load stability and balance, load calculation, weight distribution, and safe procedures for handling and placing loads. Mastering these skills is crucial for ensuring safety and efficiency in the workplace. Principles of load stability and balance. The stability and balance of a load are critical factors that affect its safe transport and placement. When a load is not stable or properly balanced, it poses a risk of tipping over or falling, leading to potential injuries and damage. Center of gravity. The center of gravity of a load is the point where its weight is evenly distributed in all directions. It is essential to maintain a low and centered position of the load's center of gravity to ensure stability. Base of support. The area beneath a load that provides support is called the base of support. A wider base increases stability, reducing the risk of tipping. Alignment. Proper alignment of the load with the equipment such as forklifts, cranes, or trolleys aids in maintaining stability during transport. In the image above, you can see how the center of gravity and base of support influence a load's stability. Load calculation and weight distribution. Calculating the weight and properly distributing it is vital to prevent overloads that could lead to equipment failure or accidents. Let's explore some basic calculation methods. Weight calculation. Use the formula. Weight equals volume times material density to determine the weight of standard loads. Maximum load capacity. Always refer to the manufacturer's specifications to ensure the equipment's maximum load capacity is not exceeded. Even distribution. Make sure to distribute the weight evenly to avoid putting excess stress on any particular point. Here is a simple example to help understand weight distribution. Consider a pallet with boxes that needs balanced stacking to ensure even weight distribution. Stacking heavier boxes at the bottom will provide stability, while lighter boxes can go on top. Safe load handling and placement procedures. Safe handling and placement of loads involve following specific procedures that mitigate risks. Below are key guidelines. Inspection. Before handling, always inspect the load and equipment for any signs of damage. Correct posture. Use proper lifting techniques such as bending your knees and keeping your back straight to prevent strain. Use of equipment. Select the appropriate equipment for the job, considering the load's weight and size. Clear pathways. Ensure the transportation path is clear of obstacles and hazards. Communication. When working in teams, communicate effectively to coordinate movements. Watch the above video for a detailed demonstration of safe load handling techniques.
In this lesson, we covered the foundational concepts of forklift load handling and stability. You learned about the importance of maintaining the correct center of gravity, ensuring a broad base of support, and aligning loads for stability. We also discussed methods for calculating and distributing load weight and procedures for the safe handling and placement of loads. Takeaway of today's lesson and executive summary. Here's a takeaway and summary of forklift load handling and stability. Load handling principles. 1. Center of gravity. Understand the center of gravity of the load and ensure it's within the forklift stability triangle. 2. Load weight and size. Assess the load's weight and size to determine the appropriate forklift and handling procedure. 3. Load balance. Ensure the load is properly balanced on the forks to prevent tipping or falling. 4. Load securing. Secure the load to prevent shifting or falling during transport. Load stability factors. 1. Forklift capacity. Ensure the forklift's capacity is not exceeded when handling loads. 2. Load height and angle. Be aware of the load's height and angle to prevent tipping or falling. 3. Surface conditions. Consider the surface conditions, such as inclines, declines, and uneven surfaces, when handling loads. 4. Pedestrian and obstacle awareness. Be aware of pedestrians and obstacles in the surrounding area when handling loads. Best practices for load handling and stability. 1. Operator training. Ensure operators are properly trained on load handling and stability principles. 2. Regular maintenance. Regularly inspect and maintain forklifts to ensure safety and compliance. 3. Load inspection. Inspect loads before handling to ensure they are properly secured and balanced. 4. Safe operating procedures. Establish and follow safe operating procedures for load handling and stability. By adhering to these principles and practices, you can significantly contribute to a safer and more efficient workplace, minimizing the risk of incidents related to load instability. Here's a takeaway and summary of the principles of load stability and balance for forklift operations. Principles of load stability. 1. Center of gravity. The center of gravity of the load should be within the forklift stability triangle. 2. Load balance. The load should be properly balanced on the forks to prevent tipping or falling. 3. Load weight distribution. The weight of the load should be evenly distributed on the forks. 4. Load size and shape. The size and shape of the load should be considered when handling to prevent instability.
Factors affecting load stability. 1. Forklift capacity. The forklift's capacity should not be exceeded when handling loads. 2. Load height and angle. The load's height and angle should be considered to prevent tipping or falling. 3. Surface conditions. The surface conditions, such as inclines, declines, and uneven surfaces, should be considered when handling loads. 4. Pedestrian and obstacle awareness. Pedestrians and obstacles in the surrounding area should be considered when handling loads. Best practices for maintaining load stability. 1. Operator training. Operators should be properly trained on the principles of load stability and balance. 2. Load inspection. Loads should be inspected before handling to ensure they are properly secured and balanced. 3. Safe operating procedures. Safe operating procedures should be established and followed for handling loads. 4. Regular maintenance. Forklifts should be regularly inspected and maintained to ensure safety and compliance. Feel free to revisit the material, watch the video again, and consult additional resources if needed to deepen your understanding. Thank you for participating in this session on load handling and stability. Stay safe and informed. Here's a summary of forklift load calculation and weight distribution. Load calculation principles. 1. Gross vehicle weight rating GVWR. The maximum weight of the forklift, including the load, fuel, and attachments. 2. Load capacity. The maximum weight of the load that the forklift can handle. 3. Load center distance LCD. The distance from the front of the forks to the center of gravity of the load. 4. Weight distribution. The distribution of weight on the forks, including the load, attachments, and any additional weights. Weight distribution factors. 1. Load weight and size. The weight and size of the load affect the weight distribution on the forks. 2. Fork length and width. The length and width of the forks affect the weight distribution and load stability. 3. Attachment weight and size. The weight and size of attachments, such as clamps or rotators, affect the weight distribution on the forks. 4. Additional weights. Any additional weights, such as counterweights or ballast, affect the weight distribution on the forks. Load calculation formulas. 1. Load capacity formula. Load capacity equals GVWR minus forklift weight divided by LCD. 2. Weight distribution formula. Weight distribution equals load weight times LCD divided by fork length.
Best practices for load calculation and weight distribution. 1. Operator training. Operators should be trained on load calculation and weight distribution principles. 2. Load inspection. Loads should be inspected before handling to ensure they are properly secured and balanced. 3. Safe operating procedures. Safe operating procedures should be established and followed for handling loads. 4. Regular maintenance. Forklifts should be regularly inspected and maintained to ensure safety and compliance. Here's a takeaway and summary of forklift safe load handling and placement procedures. Pre-handling checks. 1. Load inspection. Inspect the load for damage, stability, and weight capacity. 2. Forklift inspection. Inspect the forklift for damage, wear, and proper function. 3. Operator training. Ensure the operator is trained on safe load handling and placement procedures. Safe load handling procedures. 1. Center of gravity. Ensure the load's center of gravity is within the forklift's stability triangle. 2. Load balance. Ensure the load is properly balanced on the forks. 3. Load securing. Ensure the load is properly secured to prevent shifting or falling. 4. Forklift capacity. Ensure the forklift's capacity is not exceeded. Safe load placement procedures. 1. Destination inspection. Inspect the destination area for obstacles, clearance, and stability. 2. Load placement. Place the load in the designated area, ensuring it is stable and secure. 3. Clearance and obstacles. Ensure there are no obstacles or clearance issues that could cause the load to shift or fall. 4. Pedestrian safety. Ensure pedestrians are aware of the forklift's presence and keep a safe distance. Post-placement checks. 1. Load stability. Ensure the load is stable and secure after placement. 2. Forklift parking. Park the forklift in a designated area, ensuring it is secure and out of the way. 3. Operator review. Review the load handling and placement procedure with the operator to ensure it was done safely and correctly. Thank you for completing this lesson on forklift load handling and stability. Keep up the diligent work in applying the procedures learned in this lesson in maintaining and operating your forklift safely. See you in the next lecture, folks. Happy learning!